Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. So tonight I am going to talk to you guys about a couple of things that are very important to me personally, and I think very important just overall in our society. And this is not going to be anything fancy. I'm sitting in my gym, just chilling in my sweats, and I just want to talk to you guys, okay? Feel free to leave comments, questions, anything at all that you might want to add at the bottom. But yeah, let's just get right into this. Okay, so the first thing that I really want to touch on is going to be, I feel like, almost a trending topic for quite some time now, and that is body shaming. And body shaming has been relevant for, gosh, as long as I've been alive. I know that much. I mean, I know there was a lot of it when I was in school and things like that, and I'm almost 33, and it's like it's just gotten worse, which is sad. I mean, especially the fact that I'm almost 33, and there are people that are my age and older that fully participate in body shaming. So what is body shaming? I think we all have like the basic idea of what it is, but I actually looked up the like technical definition of it. And what it basically said, and this is not word for word, but it is criticizing or bringing someone down because of their appearance, size, or the way that they look. And that's just pretty much sums it up. I mean, it really does. But I think that body shaming has taken a whole different turn because of the way our society is. I think that there is so much more focus on, oh, you need to look a certain way, you need to weigh a certain number, you need to dress a certain way in order to be important. And one of the biggest ways that this is pushed onto our society is through the media, through social media a lot, through like TV, through commercials, through so much, you guys. And I know you guys know this, but it's just crazy to sit there and it's like commercials are all over just talking about how, you know, oh, are you trying to lose weight? Blah, blah, blah. Take this, do that. And it's like, it just, everyone's being bombarded from all these different directions about how you shouldn't look the way you look. Basically. It's basically them. And when I say them, I'm talking about like a whole group of just like society, people, everybody. Everybody is telling everybody how they should look as themselves, which makes no sense to me at all, but okay. And I think the saddest thing about it is how much it's geared towards the younger generation, not even just girls, boys too. I think it's sick because not only do these children, they're not fully developed as far as their brain goes. They already are dealing with so much stuff, you know, at school and with just so much stuff already, and especially with not being matured in any aspect, it seems that they're very vulnerable to this. Now, what makes me almost equally as like sickened is, or upset, I don't even know the right word to put on that, is how much it goes on in the older generation, in my generation, and even older. It's like, are we ever gonna grow up, you guys? Seriously. Because no single person, no one, has the right the place, nothing to tell anyone what they should look like, whether that be how they dress, how they do their hair, how they do their makeup, or what they weigh, or what they, look like physically. No one has the right to say a word about it. And if you are one of those people that comments on how someone looks or how a person, is too heavy or is too skinny, because it definitely goes both ways, you guys. I feel like there's a lot more talk about fat shaming than there is skinny shaming, but boy, let me tell you, it goes both ways and it is equally as destructive, okay? Anyone who speaks ill of someone else, mocks them, makes fun of them, is disgusting. In my opinion, people who do that are really just looking to bring that other person or that group of people or whoever, bring them down because within themselves, something is lacking. Now, I don't know if it's because they may be insecure about the way they look themselves, or if they're insecure in a different area of their life. There's something going on internally within that person that is mocking and being mean and being rude and bullying somebody for the way that they look, that is causing them to lash out like that. And people who do this, you just, honestly, if you're a person who does this, you just look like an asshole. You really do. And you look insecure. And I would like to think that those aren't things that you would want to be. But I don't know. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you do. I'm not sure. But what it comes down to is you don't have the place. If you think someone is too heavy or too thin, you don't have the place to comment. You don't have the place to approach the person unless that person has come to you and has asked you for help. There's no reason for you to say a single word. No words. Okay? And that's my opinion. You can disagree with me. I don't care. I'm just really sick and tired of it because it really makes me sad. And I have had clients come to me and tell me that, one of their biggest motivations as far as like getting in shape or gaining weight and gaining muscle is so that people stop mocking them and so that they can actually feel comfortable in their own skin, because other people make them feel so bad about themselves and they're sick of it. Do you know how much that breaks my freaking heart? Like, that, it destroys me. It seriously, seriously does. And those aren't the only people who have been through it. I've been through it personally. I mean, I have not always been the same size, guys. I have been body shamed for being too thick. And I've been body shamed for being too thin. Even up until recently. Okay? Which is going to lead me into this next thing that is very relevant. And this video is not about me whatsoever, but the relevance is undeniable and hopefully can help someone in a few ways. So a while back, I started experiencing some things that were just off. Didn't know what was going on with my body, which is weird because I'm very in tune with my body. I follow macros. I know what I'm eating. I know what I'm putting in, and I know what's going out as far as when I train and things like that, okay? But something was not right. I was not gaining weight. Still not gaining weight the way that I usually do. And then other symptoms started. I was extremely fatigued, but couldn't sleep. Still can't. It's getting better, but still can't. Amongst some other things, rapid heart rate, which is very odd. My heart rate is very healthy typically, but a rapid resting heart rate. And I was like, I'm kind of concerned at this point. So I finally went to the doctor and I asked them to do a blood panel on me and to, check things out. And they found out through tests and blood work that my thyroid is extremely overactive right now. And it has been for a couple of months. And what happens there is you have a very hard time gaining weight. You have all the things that I listed. You're extremely fatigued, restlessness, anxiety, depression. You can lose your hair, hard time sleeping. I think I already said that one, but hard time sleeping and some other things. So basically they told me, it's hyperthyroidism and there are a few options for you. You can take beta blockers, and the beta blockers would be to slow my heart rate down. And iodine, and there were a few different options that they gave me, and I straight up just said, you know what, I want to try to attack this the natural way first, and then if that does not work, possibly, think about other avenues. So it is getting better. I have increased my macros probably 5 or 6 times within the last couple of months. And I just want to bring to light the whole situation that's going on with me. I've had people say stuff, oh, you need to eat, you're too skinny, stuff like that. I've had thankfully it hasn't been like a crazy amount of people, and I'm not trying to gain pity. I'm not at all anything like that, because to be honest with you guys, I don't care. I don't care what anybody has said about me as far as being a lot leaner than usual. Because at the end of the day, first of all, their opinion does not matter to me at all, because I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I know that I'm eating. I know that I am doing my best overall as a human being. So what they say, it doesn't affect me. But this is very relevant because you guys don't know that person that you're making fun of could also have some sort of health issue going on that you don't know about. And what I'm telling you about with my hyperactive thyroid, there are very few people until now that know about that, because it's really nobody's business. But I just feel like you guys, maybe it can put it into perspective a little bit more if you are one of those people who shames people for the way that they look. Like, you don't know what's going on in their life, and they could be struggling with that on many different levels, not just like losing or gaining weight, but like not sleeping, being anxious, being depressed. They could be struggling with so much stuff. Like, do you really think they need your grimy, cringy little opinion as well? No. Shut up. Leave them alone. And seriously. I mean, it's sad too, because when I was doing research about this, there were several different legit researches that people who were bullied by body shaming, whether it be fat shaming or skinny shaming, were 21% more likely to consider suicide and to actually partake in self-harm because they felt so badly about themselves. That is sad. And if you're out there making fun of people for the way that they look, you're partially to blame for that 21%. And that sounds harsh, but it's true. So you guys, bottom line is this. Body shaming is wrong, no matter what. It is wrong. Think about the big picture before you open your mouth and you say something. And I know a lot of this happens via social media because people like to hide behind their keyboards and say whatever it is that they have to say. It's wrong behind a keyboard. It's wrong amongst you and your friends. And it's wrong to say it to the person directly. And if you're somebody who has been body shamed, listen to me when I say this. First of all, you're beautiful the way that you freaking are, okay? If you need to lose some weight, you feel like you need to lose some weight in order to be healthy, or if you feel like you want to lose some weight for any other reason, whatever reason it might be, that's awesome. And don't let these people stop you. Don't let them discourage you from that. And if you don't want to lose weight, okay, it's your body. You're still beautiful. And if you're thin and you don't want to gain weight and there's nothing more going on than just being thin, if you do have some sort of issue that goes beyond just being naturally thin or a medical condition, you know what I'm referring to, it's okay to have a thin build. It's all right. It's okay. It's seriously, you're beautiful. All of you. And I mean that from the very bottom of my heart. So don't let anyone get you down. Ever. Because their opinion, it's not valid. It's really not. It means nothing. Really, in my opinion, all it means is the person saying it has some issues of their own that they need to fix. And that they just need to leave you out of it. But I think that's it for now. Just wanted to talk to you guys for a minute. And if you guys have any questions or need anything, let me know. And I will talk to you later. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah.